All right, so I'm gonna call this meeting to order. First up is our roll call, which is Council at Large Cummins. At Large Hostian.
Here.
All right, Council Ward number 1 Hembry.
Here.
Ward number 2 Helm.
Here.
Ward number 3 McNeil.
Here.
All right.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In regards to that one.
Yeah.
What should I say anything
So,
Okay. Then now to the agenda. If there are no additions, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
McNeil,
Yes.
They came on.
Caution,
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so the first thing we have tonight, it's a public hearing. It's a public hearing that's on the max levy. I do need a motion to, oh wait, sorry. It's yeah, sorry. Yeah, I got mixed up because I was looking for a, yeah, apparently. Because it's not on here. Yeah, definitely. So there is no communications on here for, because generally there isn't one on these shorter meetings, but I know Larry would like to address us, and if you guys don't have any issue with it here or online, I can't tell if Jason and Tim are nodding or shaking their heads, but Larry, if you can.
Well, I don't have a lot to say tonight. I know you guys are facing some little bit of a difficult situation with that loss of that property tax money this year. It looked like, according to what I saw in the paper, what I read. So I don't know where you're tightening the belt a little bit to make that work, but I assume you're having to tighten your belt somewhere. So, you know, I just came by to, I appreciate the work you guys do on budgets and running things. Are not an easy thing to do. I'm going up to school here shortly and they've got another task to do.
Yep.
I know how hard it is to face a tight budget, employee paid as well as you retain employees and keep them doing a good job for you. I think we'd be pretty happy with the employees you've got in Tipton. I've found that working with them have been pretty good, so I have no complaints about that. So I'll just come by to pat you on the back a little bit.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so now we'll move down to the public hearing. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
motion.
Cummins with
Second.
first. Hembry with the second. He beat you, Jason.
Let him have one.
Hembry,
Yeah.
McNeil,
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Cummins. Yes.
All right, so the public hearing is open. Ms. Armstrong?
This is the public hearing for the max levy, which is just a portion of those tax levies for the official budget. This was the updated numbers that came from the auditor's office with the reduced percentage. So the current tax year had the tax rate from 22-23 of the 13.32. If we used those levies with the proposed budget, that would put the tax levy at 14.19. And then using the proposed maximum property tax dollars, it went to 13.89. So it was a decrease of 2.1%. This was similar to the last max tax levy that we did. These were the updated numbers. And then this was posted to Facebook as part of that requirement. Any questions? Any comments about it from any?
Anyone? All right, seeing that there are no questions on it, is there a motion to close this public hearing?
Motion.
First and
If you're waiting on me, I'm a yes.
Helm, Cummins,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
McNeil.
Yes.
All right, so now first of the city business, it's a resolution that would approve those maximum tax dollars from certain levies for the city's proposed fiscal year 23-24 budget. Melissa?
That is the resolution that approves the max levy we just spoke about.
No questions for Melissa? Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
Motion.
Helm with the first
Second.
and Cummins with the second.
Question?
Yes.
Cummins,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
McNeil.
Yes.
The second one is tonight is a resolution that would set the time and place for a public hearing for the purpose of soliciting written and oral comments on the city's proposed fiscal year 23-24 budget. Melissa?
Yes, this is allowing me to publish the public hearing. It'll go in the paper on Wednesday, and you would have a official public hearing on your April 24th meeting, which would approve the official budget.
All right, so there are no questions about this date. Is there a motion to approve the setting of the time and the place?
Motion.
Henry with the first
Second.
and Cummins with the second.
Helm,
Yes.
Cummins,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
McNeil.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so number 3, discussion of possible action concerning a revised engineering agreement and timeline for changes to the North Plum Street project. Do you want to start, Mr. Wagner? All right, so this is a Plum Street project. Just to let you guys know, I was on a phone call with Jack Pope earlier today with Brian Wagner, and we were bouncing ideas as well on this. And when I went up to that neighborhood to discuss with some of the residents up there, it was their top 3. I've spoken with 6 households up there, and like the top 3 concerns were the timeline for the project, gravel in yards, and the truck traffic that comes through there. So bouncing around Jack Pope, we kind of came up with another alternative to this, which could possibly be the 27-foot wide roadway, but instead of 2-foot gravel shoulders, 2-foot paved shoulders on each side with a white line that would delineate the shoulder. So that would give them a 27-foot roadway with 31 feet of pavement, and we wouldn't have to do curb and gutter and all of the storm associated with that.
You made a comment about the truck route too.
Oh, yes, they'd also talking with, Tammy Gert did do some research and was able to ascertain that the farm to market does end at the city limit. And then after that, the council at some time, it's kind of saying it twice, but they approved all of Plum Street as a truck route. So I'm not sure what to do with that. That would be a council decision. I'm sure there's other ways to limit traffic, such as Brian had suggested, stop signs as maybe a happy medium or a halfway there.
Remember too, in a truck route, it's not just North Plum, it's Plum in its entirety. So, if you say no more truck route on Plum, and that's what you say as a blanket statement, you may not have an idea of the unexpected impact on others.
What else would be affected on Plum Street?
The school, right? The high school? The back side of the high school?
The high school?
I don't know, the thing is,
Yeah.
I don't know what comes from the south. I don't know if it's a problem there. It's the unintended consequences that you think well, we'll do this, and you don't know what all may happen. That's why I would suggest more of an incremental approach. Lisa is going to come to the next meeting, I believe, with an idea for stop signs. If that doesn't work, it's at least an incremental approach to try to solve the problem.
Did you talk to any of the homeowners about the 27-foot?
No, that didn't come up until talking with the engineer today.
Yeah, now just to summarize what's on here. This proposal is for 2,800 or up to 2,800. It would do a redesign of curb and gutter, 31 feet back of curb to back of curb. In other words, it would match Plum Street south of North Street. So looking more at this real design, paved shoulders. Don't want to then pursue this, at least tonight, unless you get more input that changes your mind again.
Yeah,
One other thing that I want to point out in his timeline, generally, I think the steps in his timeline I agree with, but I would suggest one change, and that is to get through the public hearing before you collect the easements. When you get through the public hearing, the plans have been set. They're not to be changed anymore. And so then the easements are set. And then I would suggest for this project, you look at it the same way the DOT looked at Highway 38. And that is, don't go out for bids until all of the easements you need, they're temporaries, are signed and that you have them. Because I think, the way the DOT looks at it, like in the case of 38, they don't want to see bids taken and there's an outstanding easement out there that might hold things up. So I think you want to know after the public hearing that you have the easements you need, and then you go to the bids. And if you want to follow this scenario, this timeline, you can use it for whatever scenario you use. And that is his idea of giving the option for a contractor to bid both a this year project and a next spring project and see what comes back most favorable.
The other thing with the possibility of looking at it as a different project is Jack said that there should be no added cost to his engineering. It should be already encompassed in the current agreement.
But, the one thing you don't know right now is the neighborhood reaction to this idea, because it was really only brought up this morning
Mm-hmm.
as we were trying to think, okay, how are other ways of looking at this if the 31-foot idea doesn't go through? So
well, yeah. As long as the public hearing encompasses the 31-foot curb and gutter and the other, so we have two options to choose from, right?
Well, right now we'd have three options to choose from. The one
Okay.
with the two shoulders, 27-foot curb and gutter, and then 27-foot no curb and gutter.
Or you mean 31 foot?
Sorry, yeah, it'd be a 27-foot, but no.
So you'd be looking at two alternates.
Yeah,
Right.
we got the three options, so that'll work.
Third one.
Well, it's the original two, and then it's the one with the paved shoulders, correct?
Yeah,
That's what we're
I
saying.
thought we were talking about 31-foot curb and gutter, wasn't that?
that's what the agreement you would vote on tonight would be.
The original was 24 feet of concrete and 2-foot gravel
Right.
shoulders. it was 27 feet plus curb and gutter. So it was curb and gutter at 27 feet rather than 31.
Mhm.
And so I was taking it tonight, you were talking about two options. One would be curb and gutter 31 feet and 27 feet with 2-foot shoulders paved on both sides.
That would be the two options you could bring in front of them. I would think that'd be a pretty good option.
And then if you proceed with bids, you can sort out which one you think is the most favorable, what fits your budget, what fits your timeline.
Did Jack Pope, did he say he was gonna get on this one too?
But, no, he couldn't tonight, he had a previous engagement. But if we want to do the 31 feet with curb and gutter, we have to approve this agreement for up to $2,800.
And then when it's ready, we would do a new public hearing.
I make that motion.
I second that.
Or if we don't look at the 30 with the curb and gutter, your option is it only one option then? I'm misunderstanding maybe.
No, we'd still have the 24 feet with the 2-foot gravel.
That was thrown out pretty much.
Yeah, but that's curb and gutter.
I like the 27 foot with the paved shoulders. That's, I do like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because I mean, I drove out there also and what
That'd be less of an impact, I think.
I feel like that's
As far as
a
trees and stuff, but I
good
mean,
spot to be.
we need to bring that in front of the people that live there though, see what they think
Right,
of that.
I agree. I think if I lived there, that's probably
That's
where
where
I
I'm
would
at.
lean, but I don't live there, so I can't say that.
Because they,
For sure.
with no curb, you give them all the options to park as they want. And they'll also get rid of the gravel,
Mhm.
And it would be
Wide.
31 feet of.
all the
And
way
it's
down,
wide, yes,
all the way down, it'd be the same width.
I like that.
Give them that option, I think. We'll do,
So, make the motion to approve this new engineering agreement for $2,800. Or do we stick with the original and Jack Pope said the 27-foot with 2-foot concrete shoulders would be included in that original agreement?
Okay, that's where I'm at.
So there are two options.
So the motion's already on the table.
Yes, but you could let it die.
Gotcha.
thought Mike seconded. I did.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Helm seconded it. So then,
Is there a way that we
Nope.
can we table this one until we get it, let the other people know what's going on?
Well, what do you have down as?
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
down as McNeil with the first and Helm with the second.
to
What's
approve,
the-
to
To approve
approve,
this agreement,
yeah, the
And nothing else.
2,800.
huh?
And nothing else.
Currently.
Well,
That'd be a 31 foot curb and gutter. And then Jack would also put together the 27 foot, the 2-foot shoulders on each side.
That's where I'm saying.
see, that's what I thought the motion
And
was for the intent.
And the 27 foot and 2-foot shoulders on each side can be an alternate.
Yeah.
You know, when residents want to look at it, they can look at it and they can throw the splat at the council members and then the council members can vote on it.
What's the 2,800 for?
That is to change the design so that it's 31 feet curb and gutter. So, you know what, with that, you're giving them the option that they were talking about at the meeting. Plus, you're also having an alternative that the council can also look at with the 27 feet, 2 and 2. That you can compare it to.
But if we say no to the 2,800, we're still able to look at the 27 feet with,
Yes,
2-foot concrete, yeah.
yes.
All right. So there was a motion and seconded, so we do have to do a roll call on whether or not to enter into that up to $2,800 engineering agreement.
Cummins,
No.
Embry,
Yes.
McNeil,
Yes.
Yes.
and Helm.
Yeah.
That brings us down to adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
We're looking at one.
First agreement.
Only one.
The
No.
second one, he said won't be any charges.
Yeah.
But you're gonna pursue it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to make that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna, so myself, I'm with Abby. I think it's a good idea.
So you're still looking at the 27-foot with the,
Yeah, but I'm with her. It's a good idea. You ask the people upfront. We don't want to have mutiny here. Option.
right,
Well, we do the public hearing again? I mean, you can bid both. As what they were at, where they were at the last
Right.
meeting
Yeah.
included.
One's gonna probably be $60,000 or $70,000 cheaper.
True.
Which
But you'll have
the
that
one that's-
comparison.
The one that's cheaper is probably the one I would go for.
Yeah.
Cause that gives them all the parking that they need. And it gets the gravel out of their yard. And it probably has less impact on the trees that they're worried about.
Mhm.
that's, yeah.
All right, so we're down to adjournment now, though.
Second, I'm motion.
First, he's ready to go. And
McNeil,
Yes.
question?
Yes.
Cummins.
Yes.
thanks, guys, for coming. We are adjourned for the night.